7 Foxtrot, develop performance evaluations. Complete all actions required for each part as instructed. You achieve an 80% or higher to receive a satisfactory completion of this progress check. So we're going to go ahead and open our 7 Foxtrot document. Foxtrot. Enable content. Given user information, develop a performance evaluation with 1 error and 1 instructor assist. You're going to be using your CFETP Part 2 performance standards for AETC AFRC unit, or your performance standards that you developed, your AFMAN 10-207 and your AFMAN 10-206 reports matrix. So first thing that we need to do is we need to pull up your performance standards. So these are your that you completed in the 7 Echo PC with your name, your unit name, and the STS item. You're going to be using this to develop your performance evaluation. So using your 10-207, your performance standards, you're going to build a scenario, build an evaluation script. The evaluation script contains a minimum of 3 situations. These situations need to contain 1 critical, 1 significant, and 1 minor deviation. So if you look at your performance standards, we have critical, significant, and minor deviations. The tasks that you were given to assign to your base include a critical, a significant, and a minor deviation. So you're going to use 1 of each of these, or you can use multiple, but you only need to have 1 of each. They need to be progressive in nature, so starting with the smallest thing, moving on to bigger things and bigger things and bigger things. So you're going to be progressive in nature. They need to cover both performance and both, so you want both performance and knowledge tasks that they need to cover. And the performance script should drive an OPREP 3. So these you can get very creative as you want. One thing that you need to keep in mind is if you are going to use emergency actions as your critical, you need to basically state airman, member, controller, however you want to word it, was handed emergency action message, and leave it at that. Please do not put any classified material into this performance evaluation, as long as you state that if you're going to use the emergency action as your critical, that you just state that it was handed to the airman and they completed actions. That will suffice. However, you want to make this evaluation, this scenario, interesting. Make sure that it's progressive, and just have some fun with it. You can use active shooter, you can use emergency weather, you can use aircraft hijacking, aircraft crash. There's tons and tons of different scenarios that you can use. So that's why you want to pull out that 10-206 reports matrix and kind of look through there and maybe pick a situation that would drive an OPREP, and then kind of work backwards on what would lead up to that happening, and then you build your scenario that way. Once you're complete, go ahead and save it, and you're going to submit like you have been for all the other PCs. We're going to go into the green hyperlink. Your rubric is located in this spot, so this is what you need to get full points. You have a critical, you have a significant, you have a minor. There's 3 situations. It was progressive in nature, performance, and both tasks. And this also includes that when we're talking about progressive in nature, that you developed an OPREP, or that you led them to submit an OPREP. And then also with the grammar and the spelling, and then submitting on time, of course. You'll browse your computer, you'll find your document, open, and you'll submit. If you have any questions on what needs to be within this evaluation, you can either send us an email, give us a phone call, or refer back to the instructions. But it should just be progressive in nature, contain a critical, a minor, and a significant deviation, and then be progressive, and create an op rep. If you have all of those elements, you'll have a good evaluation scenario. And that is how you're going to do the 7 Foxtrot PC.